This is most likely where the game ends. So I'm gonna Ugin, take that one out. I'm gonna minus 11 because it's gonna come in with 14 counters. And I'm gonna get one Extinguisher Battleship, sure, the Planetarium, Drumming Hive Pool, Hedron Archive, Mazemind Tome. So I'm gonna get those 6 because, you know, a lot of stuff can happen. But yeah. So Hedron Archive, there's nothing to take out. Mazemind Tome, Planetarium, and we will get to scry with the Planetarium, which is fantastic. Drumming Hive Pool as well. I don't know if black has non-creature permanent, so we're gonna take out one of the lands as well. I don't know if black has a lot of removal for artifact, but kinda needs to remove. Sure, yeah, let's finish the game. Why not? Let us just finish this game because our opponent is taking way too long. So I guess it's done once again. Fantastic. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is gonna be another deck tag, and it is going to be a standard one. This is fun as hell, man. This is exactly the type of deck I enjoy playing. Crazy stuff happens when you play a deck like this. Now, before we start, I saw this deck, I believe I put SL here. I believe it was on Sloth's channel. Great guy, I don't know him, but I really enjoy his content, so shout out to Sloth. I hope he doesn't mind. I made some changes, so it's kind of a different deck, but the logic is still the same. The changes I've made was I had the Planetarium of one sheet Tong, Extinguisher Battleship, the Walls of Ba Sing Se, and Summon Bahamut, and I also traded the kill spell he was using. He used 2 Shoot the Sheriffs, and I changed that to a Bitter Triumph because I think Bitter Triumph is a little bit better. It offers you the chance to discard cards or pay 3 life, and you gain a lot of life in this deck, so it makes a lot more sense. Plus it hits planeswalkers as well, so it's fantastic. Shoot the Sheriff has the issue of being only a target for non-outlaw creatures, and I decided to make that change when one of my opponents played the Mercenary Lizard that you can buff for 2, and whenever it attacks it pings you, and it basically killed me in like 4 turns with that lizard. So I made a couple changes. So Bitter Triumph is one of them, and all of these I'm fairly certain I added these. The rest of the deck is pretty much the same, maybe with a couple more or less of something else, but I'll leave this video in the description if I remember. If I don't leave it, please remind me. I have ADHD, so I'm very forgetful, but I'll do my best. Anyway, the point of this deck is very simple. You want to ramp up as much as you can with cards like Share Root, the Terminus of Return, Bloomvine Regent, and you want to slam an Innkeeper's talent on the battlefield. You want to get it to level 3, where when you put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead. And what will that do? Very simple. If you play a Liliana will come in with 12 counters, meaning that you can immediately -9 and just pretty much win the game, because your opponent's gonna be with 1 land, 1 creature, 1 this one, you know what I mean? Most times that's enough. And if you slam an Ugin, it's gonna enter with 14 counters instead of 7. Then you can -11 and just go get your Drumming Hive Pool, your Mazemind Tomes, your Hedron Archives, your Planetarium, your Extinguisher Battleship, your Walls of Ba Sing Se, and your Summon Bahamut. And that will pretty much, if your opponent has a board state, it doesn't anymore, because all of these you can play for free, which is absolutely insane. You can also go get more Ugins and play them and do the same thing again, but that doesn't make a lot of sense because you're going to be putting all of your colorless cards already on the battlefield, all the ones that you need. I rarely go for all of them. I usually go for like 1 Hedron Archive or 2, 1 or 2 Mazemind Tomes. It depends on the board state, and you basically win the game at that point. And it's a fairly consistent combo. I do rank up from Platinum 4 to Platinum 3 or something like that, so it wins games, and it wins games in style. So I really enjoy playing this in order to help you get to this port state that you see here with these amazing things. You also have a lot of removal. You have basically 5 board wipes, 3 deadly cover-ups, and 2 Day of Black Suns. Urgent Necropsy that can deal with several things, several different kinds of things. If you have the evidence to cast it, do not forget you need cards on the graveyard to cast this card, but it's amazing. And Bitter Triumph, like I explained before, it deals with planeswalkers, creatures, and you know, it gives you options of doing that by discarding something that might then help you maybe collect evidence 6 for deadly cover-up, collect evidence X for the Urgent Necropsy, so it also plays very well with those, or you just pay 3 life, which you also gain a lot of life with cards like Bloomvine Regent, Ugin obviously, and you know, stuff like that. So pretty decent. Another way of ending games is just with Priming Hive Pool plus Innkeeper's Talent. These will be immediately like, I don't know, 4/4s, 3/3s, 5/5s, something like that. It depends on how many Innkeeper's Talents you have on the battlefield, and it just gets crazy and fast. So I've said a lot of things, I've spoke a lot already. Let's jump into some games. I really enjoyed playing this deck. Shout out to Sloth for bringing something similar to this. This is my creation based on his creation, but I really hope he doesn't mind. I'm gonna shout him out. He doesn't need my my publicity, but he deserves it. It's a very cool channel. If you don't know it, go check it out. And yeah, man, let's jump into some games. Laurent Aubin the Virtuous is our first opponent in the video. Well, unranked at least. So let's see if I think this can work. You know, it's not fantastic, but it's not terrible. We have like a little bit of removal for early game. We have a little bit of ramp as well, so maybe, you know, who knows, maybe. Let's see. If our opponent plays something crazy, we can immediately remove it. If not, we can just wait a little turn, another one at least. Sure, our opponent already knows what's up, so like the game plan is basically relax until Ugin hits the battlefield, hopefully with the Innkeeper's Talent on max level already. Okay, so I know exactly what we're playing against. It sucks, but we can chill for a little bit. This is what we do not want to see. It's this. But like I said, we have a lot of ramping to do, so that's not a terrible thing, you know. Like next turn we can already deadly cover up, which is fantastic. Are we going to do that? Most likely not. Hedron Archive, I think that's the play here. If it hits the battlefield, we will still have enough for a Bitter Triumph. So that's obviously what our opponent wanted to do. I think I will Bitter Triumph, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7, so I'll try and Bitter Triumph. Discard the Forest, take out the Spyglass Siren. Let's see if our opponent lets that happen or not. Because he has a Shoot the Sheriff, that doesn't scare us, we play with 0 creatures. Okay, so our opponent let that happen, which is kind of worrying for us, because that means I think he's going to have a counter. So we can try and deadly cover up. Try to see if we can fish that counter out. Let's see. Idle Quencher, for example, does nothing. Spell Pierce, if I'm not mistaken, also does nothing, but yeah, I'm super fine with that. He has nothing to tap, so I think we gotta risk the Ugin next turn, especially now that we have a Mazemind Tome, but we'll see. He will still lose the Drowner, He might counter Ugin, I don't know, probably. Okay. Ugin hit the battlefield, maybe has a bit of triumph as well. Liliana is a fantastic draw, to be fair. Okay, let's see what how our opponent will. I'll take that, I don't mind. I definitely do not mind that. Let's try Ugin again. There's nothing to take out right now. Maybe now there's a counter, but still. Ugin did what he needed to do, so I'm fine with whatever happens. Okay, so I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't really have enough for this and either Liliana or Thrumming Hive Pool. I think I'm gonna throw Thrumming Hive Pool into the deep end, see if our opponent plays another counter or something like that. Because if it doesn't, then we're on a pretty decent clock to win this. Okay, so our opponent is fishing right now, which is very good for us. Deep cover and bat. Let's see what he does, because we have 2 deadly cover-ups and a Liliana and a summon Bahamut, so a lot of crazy stuff. He's counting to see if we have enough for the Bahamut. We don't. We're not that far off, but we don't have enough. We are 2 far off, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very weird choice, I'm not gonna lie. Very, very, very weird choice. We could just Urgent Necropsy as well. Well, first of all, I'm gonna Mazemind Tome. Let's see if our opponent does something. I think I'm gonna attack now, because we're dealing 5 if he doesn't do anything, which is good. And I will pass turn. We can Urgent Necropsy on our opponent's turn depending on what he does, because you know this might get crazy this turn. We're only on 12 life, but the Mazemind Tome helps us a little bit with that. Plus, we cannot forget we're going to... I think I'm going to do this. Do we have anything? Yeah, we have a bitter triumph, so... no, yeah. No, and no. And if our opponent again wants to spend one of his wild card... what the hell am I talking about? Counters on this, more than fine with me. And if he has another one and wants to take the the summon again, more than fine with me. Share the roots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can go with share roots actually. I think I will. Because it's not a great card, don't get me wrong, but it will help us get more land so that we can do crazier stuff. And there we go. We got our first win on rank, on the ladder. The game wasn't as smooth as we liked, but it worked out pretty well, I gotta say. It's a very control-y deck that we're playing against. We would have had a Ugin after, but we lost one Ugin. That was very helpful, not gonna lie. Deadly cover up also did great work, but can't really complain about the game. Let's get into another one. So after that first win, we got a loss against the mono green deck. Not the... well, it was probably that dumb mono green deck, but yeah, I gotta mulligan this. Okay, I like this one much better. I will take the Hedron Archive because we've been playing against very aggressive decks. Obviously, that's exactly what the game will put us against. I'll take that one. So I'm fairly certain I know what we're... I think I'm gonna go with Mazemind Tome actually, because I can sense one of those Sheltered by Ghosts or something like that coming. and I would rather lose the Mazemind Tome than lose the Innkeeper talent. So let's see. Bitter Triumph. I'll take a Bitter Triumph actually. We will need the... I will now play the Innkeeper's talent. Let's see. Our opponent has some. That's obvious. Might be what's it called? Get Lost. It might be Sheltered by Ghosts wouldn't keep priority for our opponent, but you know. Oh my god, this mouse. So our opponent has 3 white mana open. It's not doing anything. Maybe an Nang's Iceberg, something like that. I love that card for sure. Just not right now. Being mana screwed is not something that really happens with this deck, I'm telling you right now, so it's kind of weird. I'm gonna play the other one. Okay, now we pass turn again. We're still in a pretty healthy life total, so my god, man, my watch does not stop. Okay, so we need 1 land. If we get 1 land, we can kill the Exemplar of Light. If not, we're gonna have to go with Bitter Triumph and well, if we get 1 land, we can kill both. That's what I mean. Okay, I'll take that. Should we kill both actually, or should we try and let our opponent... Should we kill both, or should we be a little bit more greedy with our deadly cover-up? I think greedy is a good thing here. We're still on 14. Our opponent takes or deals 5, probably a little bit more, but I don't think we will die because we are on, well, technically we are on 18 life. So he's going to destroy that one, gaining 3 life. This becomes 4/4. Wait. Okay. This becomes a 4/4. Yeah, I think I'll go with this already. Doesn't matter. We would have lost the tome either way. We don't have mana to pretend to have something else. No. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So kinda yes. And next turn we'll try and deadly cover up actually, because we're gonna go down to at least 12. So let's see, nothing else. Okay, so this, and we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. 4 mana. So I think it's better to just deadly cover up. Don't know if that's going to be possible. Our opponent might have something, but let's just do that and pass turn. We are being a little screwed, like with this deck, by this turn, which should be like the 7th turn or something like that. I'm not counting, but we should have like 10 lands at least, or 10 mana sources, you know, and I really don't see us having anything. I will take out the Resplendent Angel the second that I can. Okay, that's good. I'll do this. Our opponent has something. I just have no idea what it is. I think I'm gonna go with this actually. Like, we're gonna go for broke. We either win next turn or we lose next turn. I think that's the main idea here. Our opponent has 2 creatures. He's dealing at least 7. I don't know if he has something else. Okay, we'll take that. kinda. Okay, so we, like I said, mana screwed the hell with this. I think we're dead. Well, actually, no. Well, actually, yes. Well, I don't know. It depends on what our opponent chooses, I guess. He needs to sacrifice 2 creatures. You can only get one, and he only gets 1 land as well. So maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So he chose the Resplendent Angel, I guess. No, he chose the Valkyrie. Why? I'm confused. Why the Valkyrie? Okay, Crawling Barrens. Hopefully he has nothing. Maybe a Sheltered by Ghosts now, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna play with that. That costs only 2, so we can Day of the Black Sun. Oh, that's ridiculous, brother. He can kill the Liliana, but that's still ridiculous. That makes no sense. Okay, so that's... oh my god. The draws are terrible, so... I'm completely forced to do this because my draws have been terrible this game. Even land, which is insane. I don't think you understand how crazy it is to not have land in this deck. Finally. I should probably do the exact same thing, right? Yeah, I should. I'm gonna have to be like this, unfortunately. If our opponent plays something like crazy, I'm gonna have to bitter triumph and lose 3 life, but I think we're good on that, so we'll definitely take an Hedron Archive. Worst case scenario, we'll have to utilize the Hedron Archive to draw, but I think I will try and, if our opponent does nothing, I will try and Fountainport and get 1 creature so that I can draw. We have 4 life, but we have a bunch of ways to gain more life, but we're just not drawing any. This can either go fantastic or terribly. I don't think there's any other way. Okay, so yeah. That's what we get. So let me first surveil and see what we will get. Another land, because of course. I'm gonna go with just that. It's a 3/3. I can attack, why not? I doubt our opponent does anything. We can still bitter triumph, we cannot forget that. We can still take out the Hedron Archive and draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 mana technically. Crawling Barrens, you can start putting some counters. Okay, that is fine by me. I will do this. Like, we need more cards. Okay, so that's not terrible. That is definitely not terrible. I'm not gonna do... should I do that? I will. I think I will, because like I said, we need some cards. Okay, that's not what I wanted to see, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with that 1, 8. I think I'll... no, actually I'm gonna keep this because this is pot removal. It can be important. So I'll go with that. I'll go with the dragon, giving us 3 more life, and I'm gonna go with Hedron Archive and the Tome. So we're back to square 0 in terms of how many cards we have, but in hand I mean, but we have 3 more life. We have ways of scrying. We can take out the Lyra, depends on what we get. I think my no, I don't want that. Sure, I can take that. I think I'm gonna draw with that, gain a little bit more life as well. Okay, another Innkeeper's Talent. I don't think I need another Innkeeper's Talent, at least not for now. I also don't think I want to wait. I'm actually going to pay 3 life to kill Lyra because I want to surveil. I want to have as much mana as possible and I want to surveil. I will take that. That's not terrible for us. I will keep the Innkeeper's Talent in hand because... well, actually I won't. Yeah, I convinced myself to do other things, so... I think that's... like, I'm completely tapped out. I only have 8 life, but I have an 8-9. And I have... I'm gonna make it bigger every single turn. Unfortunately, we are not seeing an Ugin, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's nothing there. So we have 6. I think I'm gonna draw 2 cards because we have enough to play the Thrumming Hive pool, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna draw lands. Okay. So let me surveil again. I'm really fishing for an Ugin here. I think once we got that Ugin, we're going to be fine. I am just gonna go with that. And we have enough for the summon as well next turn, so we can destroy anything that's like big. We will actually be able to destroy 2 creatures. We might die to the Crawling Barons as well, because that's 6 damage. That's not a terrible one, but I really think I should go with this at this point in time. So okay, that we're dealing that much damage as well, and I think we got this. This was crazy. I completely forgot I had to completely this was crazy, man. I completely forgot I had 2 completely leveled up Innkeeper's Talents, which meant that our summon came into the battlefield and immediately left because, you know, it gets all the triggers at once because it doubles the triggers, right? So that was fantastic for us. We saw 0 Ugins, which is not something that's super likely to happen. We were very mana screwed as well for the first, I don't know how many turns, but a couple. But then we managed to ultimate Liliana Dreadhorde General, and after that it was basically just try to survive. We did that. We won the game. We won the game in style. And so let's get into another one. King Midas. I hope his touch didn't make his deck golden. That makes no freaking sense, but whatever. I think I'll keep. It's not fantastic, but with 2 Innkeeper's Talents and you know, this flexibility to actually ramp up, I think we might have we could have a winning hand here, because Innkeeper's Talent will be played next turn immediately, and then we can just try and okay, that's terrible. And this is why I say Magic Arena is what it is. Okay, so are we playing against what exactly? That really is what I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna play another Innkeeper's Talent Just trying to see if our opponent responds to anything. Okay, so no counters. Maybe a bounce spell or something coming. I don't know. Okay, he wants to draw. Restless Anchorage. He has another one. I'm gonna try and actually no. I'm gonna try and level up the Innkeeper's talent and just pass turn. Probably our opponent has an Into the Flood or something like that, or something to destroy, Get Lost or whatever. But Innkeeper's talent is important, so if we can get a way of doing something with it, we need to try and do it. I'm gonna throw the Hedron Archive, you know. Very confused with what our opponent is doing. Probably an Ultima. What the hell is happening? So I'm just gonna level this up. Sorry. And level that up again. Because why not? There's no reason not to. I'm not gonna play Ugin right now, so. Okay. Okay. I'm super confused. Our opponent isn't doing anything. I'm pretty sure his hand is riddled with I'm gonna attack with the Restless Cottage because I'm already on 9 mana. There really isn't any reason not to. Let's see what our opponent has. I'll take out the 3 steps ahead. Why not? Who cares? Something is coming. Okay, so there's the Get Lost. Okay. There's not a lot I can do here in this situation, so I guess it's Azorius control, but it's a weird control deck, I guess. I don't know what to say. We could do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We still get 8, which is more than enough for a Ugin. I guess I will. Like, the more our opponent loses his control pieces, the better. I will actually even do this. Maybe that's dumb. Maybe I should have waited on the Fountainport, but now it is what it is. So he's gonna kill it right now. That's fine. You're just giving me 2 more. But that's fine. I don't care, I guess. This is clearly Azorius control. The problem is the amount of control we're gonna see. Because our opponent has done literally 0 things so far. Literally. So this can be the mill deck, which I doubt, but it can. What do I need the most? Nothing, I guess. Sure, I'm gonna pay 2 life, why not? Okay, so I think I'm gonna just do this and pass turn. I'm not gonna play Ugin again. Okay. So we're starting to do some things. Should I Deadly Cover Up? Or should I Ugin, let him counter, and just take out the Voracious Great Shark, gain 3 life, and start over again? I think I'm gonna do that. Screw it. Let him counter, Ugin. He's gonna lose his Voracious Great Shark either way. And we're forcing him to take out something from his hand, which is very good. And then we can try and Yeah, and he couldn't even draw, so that's very good. And then we can try, we can deadly cover up, take out the get lost, for example. And we can go with just Fountainport the next couple of turns. I don't need more land. Really don't. So I'm just gonna pass turn. And I will Fountainport, creating a token at the end of our opponent's next turn. Doesn't really matter what our opponent has right now. One sheet Tong for 6. Okay, I guess it kinda does. Because that is a lot. Should I do something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. No, we're on 18 unless our opponent has a lot of like combat tricks. Okay, so of course he would get a demolition field right now because of course he would get a demolition field, right? I hate this game sometimes, man. Anyway, we're still gonna do this. We're forcing him to utilize the demolition field right now, so he's gonna spend two mana. We're gonna go get something, I don't care, probably a forest, and then we're gonna try and deadly cover up because we're not gonna get to summon Bahamut. So forest, that's what I said, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. 8 mana. Yeah, should I do that? Yeah, I think I will. Because we might get like spot removal. We might get like a bitter triumph. Or we get more land and another Innkeeper's talent, which is also very nice, I guess. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna deadly cover up. I'll take Ugin out, why not? He's gonna most likely counter. Okay, Avon Interrupter. Fantastic. So I guess we're dead. Pretty much. This costs 2, but I cannot play it, so what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? We're just gonna do this because there's nothing else we can do. So that's a 9/9. We're gonna attack. Why not? He does not need to block. And let's see. Let's see what we get. Mazemind Tome. Well, this will give me life, but it's not what I need. That only costs 2, so okay, we got another land. Fantastic. We're kind of banking on the fact that we have a food token here, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Let me see. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. We're gonna go to 2 either way, or to 3 in this case. And our opponent needs to take out our fish. And we got a Mazemind Tome, whether we like it or not. So I'm going to try and attack. Then I'm going to try and deadly cover up. And then I'm going to try and deadly cover up again, most likely. Because our opponent will definitely have something. Even if it's just a one-sheet Tong block. Which it can be. Or a Restless Anchorage block. Okay, so let's try and deadly cover up. We'll take those 2 out. What are we going to see? A counter, another even interrupter. It's definitely something. Okay, consult the star shards. Our opponent is fishing, but he's going to see 9 cards, so pretty sure he's going to find something. There you go. But what he doesn't know is that we have another one. Unfortunately, we cannot play the Thrumming Hive pool, but there you go, deadly cover up, and take out the one-sheet Tong. We'll take out the other deadly cover up and the Terminus. And we will take out, like I said, one-sheet Tong. 3 Day of Judgment. Oh, his end is terrible. His end is terrible. I love to see it. Things you love to see. And I'm going to Mazemind Tome because we will get either 3 or 4 immediately, so there's a little bit of life gain involved, which is fantastic for us. But our opponent got nothing, so next turn we can summon Bahamut if you want. We will get some cards out of it, but hopefully we'll get something good out of this Mazemind Tome. So we're gaining 4 life, which is absolutely brilliant. I do not want that. Give me a Ugin, man. Come on. Okay, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. I cannot complain. He has nothing. So let's see now what we get. Come on, give me something good. I don't want either of those. God damn it, man. Is it now? Oh my god, this sucks. This sucks ass, man. This is terrible. I'm gonna play this because I really have nothing else to do. Hopefully our opponent whiffs again, because this is magic, man. Magic Arena. When it doesn't want to give you a card, it doesn't want to give you a card. Like, he could have given us Liliana. Liliana would finish the game, period. So I'm gonna go with that. Green tap, obviously. Let's do this now. Liliana would most like. There we go. There we go. We will definitely take a Liliana. Our opponent will get only 1 land. And we still have Liliana. So this is fantastic, finally. God damn it. And we're gonna play Thrumming Hive Pool. I think the game is completely over. So it took us a while. It wrecked our nerves, but we finally got it. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. I don't know if our opponent left or not. It's the first time this has happened, so I guess cue the elevator music. Okay, so Liliana Dreadhorde General was more than enough to scare our opponent. An ultimate, it just got... Liliana just got into the battlefield and it had 24 counters on it, which is crazy, we managed to ultimate Liliana and we still have 15 counters to go, so fantastic. Our opponent played a very control-y deck, which I understand. I also like Azorius control, but it's always annoying to play against, right? And we didn't really see the cards we wanted, unfortunately. For the most part of the game, we really suffered to get some stuff, but some games go like that and we just gotta keep trying, and we got the win in the end, so perfect. Let's get into another one. We're gonna try and get the rank up just to finish in style against Asher Slasher. I do not mind this end, to be honest. We have 3 lands, Innkeeper's Talent, a little bit of mana rock, so a little bit more mana to play with, and then Ugin is already in our hands, so unless it's against a very aggressive deck, this might work. We will Underground Mortuary turn 1, so turn 2 we can play the Terminus of Return, so let's see. I feel like I've had games that were a little bit more like streamlined than the ones I'm showing. This deck works very well sometimes. So you can tell it's not like the most consistent deck of all time, obviously, but still pretty good. Still pretty fun to play with. Still, you can do a lot of crazy stuff, as you could see by the videos. Like in 3 games so far that I have recorded to show in the video, I have at least 2 very good, very solid wins. So 2 Ugins is not ideal, but it also might be depending on what we we manage to get. Okay, so I'm going to say necropsy or the talent. Yeah, that makes sense. Next turn we might Multiversal Passage and Innkeeper's Talent. But it depends on what our opponent is playing. Like if this is a discard deck, it's gonna suck. If this is the demon deck, we have a chance if we are a little bit lucky on our draws. Like if we get an Hedron Archive in the next like 2 turns, we have a chance because of Ugin. If not, we're pretty much screwed. So there's always that. Okay, so I guess our opponent either takes a long time playing or maybe he's a little bit distracted, which is fine. I do the same thing. I can't really fault people for that. If I'm not recording, I'm usually playing and like watching YouTube or something like that. So okay, so I don't think I'd take this long, but well, cue the elevator music, I guess. Okay, we're back. So that's actually a pretty good one. I am going to... I'll play the swamp and I'll go with that. It's not a Hedron Archive, but it's pretty good. And next turn we can actually Innkeeper's Talent and probably maybe not necessarily level it up completely, but almost, I guess. But I guess our opponent is still taking its time, so elevator music again. Okay, we're back, I guess. I don't know if our opponent is taking a lot of time, and this is again, I just think our opponent might be a little bit distracted, so we'll see what happens. Bitter Triumph is pretty decent, so I guess I'll do that. And since I cannot level up any more, I'll just pass turn and I can Bitter Triumph the Deep Cavern Bat if I want to, or whatever our opponent puts on the battlefield. But we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just 1 turn away from an Ugin, so cannot really complain about that. This is gonna be a trash game thanks to Ashler Slasher. But you know, I understand. It's just sucks, especially when we are recording. But you know, this is what happens. It's the nitty gritty of Magic Arena, and you'll see it all: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, not the ugly because I don't wear a face cam. Haha, self-deprecating humor. We all like that. Sorry, I need to fill up the, the silences and the void that our opponent is leaving in this game. feeling very lonely right now playing against Asher Slasher. 5 mana. Let's see what is the play here. I guess attacking again. He probably has like a bitter triumph for the Ugins, I'm going to assume. Maybe incorrectly, but oh dear lord, this game is gonna have a lot of cuts, guys. Sorry for that, but it's a rank up game. I'm not gonna take it out of the video unless we would have won in like the first play or something. But oh dear lord. Next turn, a Ugin is coming onto the battlefield. I don't care if it dies immediately. We're going to Ugin and well, actually no, it's not. We are going to Innkeeper's talent first. Okay, we can do that and that. And once again, just pass turn. Our opponent might have something to deal with enchantments as well. Trying to think about a card in black that does that, but can't really remember anything, so. Okay, so next. And turn. I really want to say something, but exiles the cards from their hand. I'll exile the Multiversal Passage, why not? Let's see if our opponent just goes all out crazy now with the exiles and discards and stuff like that. The only thing we care is to keep one Ugin. That's it. Because if not, we're in a big trouble. Oh, that's beautiful. I'll take out the bitter triumph, I don't care. That is beautiful. This is most likely where the game ends. So I'm gonna Ugin. Take that one out. I'm gonna minus 11 because it's gonna come in with 14 counters. And I'm gonna get one Extinguisher Battleship. Sure. The Planetarium. Drumming Hive Pool, Hedron Archive, Mazemind Tome. So I'm gonna get those 6 because you know, a lot of stuff can happen. But yeah. So Hedron Archive, there's nothing to take out. Mazemind Tome, Planetarium, and we will get to scry with the Planetarium, which is fantastic. Drumming Hive Pool as well. I don't know if black has non-creature permanent, so we're gonna take out one of the lands as well. I don't know if black has a lot of removal for artifacts, but kinda needs to remove. Sure, yeah, let's finish the game, why not? Let us just finish this game because our opponent is taking way too long, so I guess it's done. Once again, fantastic. I guess this is gonna be the short as well for the video. Let's go. We managed to get a Ugin ultimate and a Liliana Dreadhorde general ultimate in the same game, in the same turn. So our opponent will get one land. He did nothing all game, just wasted our time. I'm going to do that. Why not? Who cares? We got the win. That's exactly what the deck wants to do. We got, I'm gonna say lucky because our opponent didn't really play, but it's his choice to do it or not. So we got the rank up pretty decent. 2 ultimates in the same turn, one after the other. We managed to dump a bunch of artifacts. This card is fantastic. This card is brilliant. Drumming Hive Pool is also very good. Can't really say anything else, man. Let's get into the final thoughts. So, final thoughts, everyone. This is exactly the kind of deck I like. It has a little bit of everything. You get a little bit of control, you get a lot of card draw, you get a little bit of life gain, and then you get to do some crazy stuff. Ugin is a fantastic card in the right environment. pair that up with another planeswalker that's so strong as Liliana and Innkeeper's talent, and you have a recipe for success. This is not the best meta for this deck, so it's gonna be a little bit touch and go. I mean, we have, if I'm not mistaken, 62% win rate, but we only played like 15 games, so can't really draw a lot of conclusions with that. I really think the deck is super fun. I really think the deck is super strong. And if you like this kind of strategy, then you will like to play with this deck. I don't know if it's enough to get you to Mythic. I think after you get to Mythic, especially when you get to the numbers, it probably performs a little bit better, because from what everyone says, you get to see different decks when you get there, instead of the same 3, 4, 5 decks with slight variations until you get there. But try it out if you have the cards. Don't build it just because you saw this video when I said it has a 62% win rate, but try it out if you have the cards. Try it out if you like strategies like this. It's really super fun. I love these kinds of decks. Cards like Planetarium of One Sheet Tong are fantastic. This card is crazy, man. It costs 6, so that's a lot. But if you have 7 mana, you immediately get to scry with it and play something free. You can hit an Ugin, you can hit a Liliana, you can hit a Innkeeper's talent, you can hit a board wipe like a Deadly Cover-Up, for example, and just simply reset everything. You can hit a Thrumming Hive Pool, etc. So the only thing I would say that this deck fails a little bit at is that if the shuffler wants to put all of these cards in your hand, like if you draw them, you're kind of screwed, because then your Ugin ultimate will not be as strong as it could/should be. But if your opponent has a lot of stuff, you still have 4 Mazemind Tomes, 4 Hedron Archives to go fetch with Ugin and just basically wipe the board with them. Apart from that, man, fantastic deck. Really cannot say anything else. It has a bunch of control, it has a bunch of life gain, a bunch of ramp and mana rocks and stuff like that. So really cannot compliment this deck enough. I really enjoyed playing with it. I think you guys will like it too. And if you guys like the video, please don't forget to leave that like, comment, share, subscribe. We're on our way to our 500 sub goal. It's our first big objective of the year. Obviously, we want to get to the 1000 subs, and that's what we are really banking on. But that's only if I put in the work and only if you guys enjoy the video. So really hope we can continue doing this. And yeah, I've yapped for long enough. I'll see you on the next one.